We've been looking over the past weeks into the Torah, or the Pentateuch, the first 5 books of the Bible, and we've been dipping into these incredibly important and foundational books to find out what God is saying about some of these key questions. And today, from the reading that Alan read to us, the first Old Testament reading, we're in the book of Deuteronomy. And the book of Deuteronomy is largely full of the words of Moses addressing the people of Israel as they sit on the cusp of entering the promised land. The wilderness years are behind them, and what lies before them, just before they enter it, is a land currently occupied by other tribes and people groups, but they've been promised this land over generations, and here they are, finally, about to enter it. And so Moses reminds the people of Israel of this covenant that they have with the Lord who rescued them out of Egypt, who delivered them from slavery, who loves them, who's chosen them, and he reminds them of that, of their identity. But he also looks ahead at how they are going to be living, how they should live out that relationship with God in this new land. And so much of Moses' instruction in this book speaks of this question, actually, that we're asking today. How is Israel going to be distinct from any other nation? Should they be? What's going to set them apart? Because obviously, as we all know, if we just choose to blend in, it's the path of least resistance, right? If we just blend in, life can be just that little bit easier. But this is not the life that God called Israel to, and it's not the life that he calls us to. So we need to be sure of what it means to God to call us and what it means to be distinctly his. And here in chapter 18, he addresses how Israel should relate to the spiritual practices that are currently happening in the land. And his instruction is very clear. Do not imitate their ways. Do not imitate their ways. Their ways are detestable. It's part of the reason why he's driving them out of the land, because their ways are detestable and evil in his sight. We're given a list of some of the practices that the people of Israel are not to imitate, including child sacrifice, divination, sorcery, omen interpretation, witchcraft, casting